Yo, what's up, guys? So we got a trade recap here of yesterday's trade. So we got a really good setups coming in. 9:30 swept H4, market structure shift, fair value gap, entry 1 to 2 targeted. That's perfect. Tapped into another H1, a larger H1 to the downside, market structure shift, fair value gap to the entry. From where I'm from, this is the strategy SMR. I have a whole PDF in my educational, here it is, that I need to probably post and share with you guys. So that's coming up. And so we have another H4 tap again, some tick out sell side, market structure shift, return to fair value gap. We have SMT at the lows, SMT at the highs there, SMT here as well, market structure shift, and return to fair value, targeting IRL. So this is technically a form of larger IRL. So it's approaching ERL. It's target IRL, target 1 to 2, or closest low. It's usually just a 1 to 2 that I'm targeting, but or the closest low there. So sometimes you can kind of play around with that. Market structure shift here, tapped into the H4 again. Market structure shift took to a 1 to 2, which lines up with this high. Another, my first loss, market structure shift here, which I'll actually point out. Came back, tapped into this fair value, and was a loss. The first loss. Next, same delivery, not a revenge trade. It's still same delivery from this H1 fair value gap. Took out buy side again. Market structure shift, entry on fair value. Target nearest liquidity. Most people would just be targeting that 1 to 2 there. You see it ran completely more, way, way, way more. If you take the deviations here, you could see it past -1, past -2, and another -3.5 there. If I do this correctly, it should be, yep, there it goes, to the T almost. Came down, swept this 4 hour, market structure shift, entry on the smaller fair value, incredible R. And that's the trade recap. Later on, we had a big SMT, 5-minute M5 SMT, market structure shift, entry on the smaller fair value. Look at this, guys. Respected it. How many times? So so this is kind of the core of ICT here. Took it to the nearest. I mean, the nearest low would have been here. It would have worked out. I don't do that because even you could see here that this low, look how it's right there, just barely tagged it, is not good. Price versus here is not good. It obviously eventually hit it, but that's not what I do usually. I don't usually just pick a low this far out into the range. It usually just needs to line up within the 1 to 2. The close low at 1 to 2 would probably just have been this low. That's not a swing point. It's just an exit point for me, or just straight 1 to 2 here. And that's it. That wraps it up. As we can see here, guys, another somewhat of a good setup. I'm not gonna deny this. So we have a market shift to the downside, back to the upside, and and instantly, I would have to check SMT, which would make it such a good setup, A plus setup, and you would have fair value gap, and depending on the obviously setup, this is almost a V-shaped recovery looking setup here. We got some inversions. I use it as confluence inversions. They're not my model at all. I have a lot of things wrong with them. Which I might, I don't know. If it works for you, it works for you. But I would like to maybe give my side of the story on that. So it is what it is. So 1 to 2, targeted perfectly. As you can notice, no market structure shifts occurred within this leg until here, no fair value gap to enter on. So this is a random point. So there's a random point. This isn't by any means a place of delivery. My model is based on sweep of ERL, sweep of high time frame, fair value gap, or IFVG, meaning H4. Sorry, you guys know it as 4 hour, 1 hour, or 15-minute. These taking priority. These guys taking priority. So this is the setup. That being said, not a good entry. No entries here, no entries here. Eventually, an SMT here. ES taking out this high, which would speed up the liquidity incredibly. Market structure shift. So this would have been an M3 entry. There's no fair value to enter on here. I'm on the CFD. Cool. You can suck my dick. I always look at sorry, I always look at the NQ chart whenever obviously I'm entering on trade event stuff. I like to use this as more concrete movements. Concrete movements. Like if I were to show you one of these days, right, where half the fair value gaps didn't appear, the only difference is the appearance of a fair value gap. Technically, the setup would still work because if it retraces to a 0.5 level, for example, imagine if this was the NQ chart, no fair value gaps here at all. Retrace to the 0.5 level, there's still an entry there. That's my model. There's an entry there. I wouldn't take it, but there's an entry there. I don't take those entries, but it's part of my model. There's an entry there. So say that there is no fair value gap on there. There is one on here. I still wouldn't take it. But I use this because the movements are concrete. It's my style. I'm a little just like that. I'm just like that. So market structure shift, fair value gap, phenomenal entry. S&T market structure shift. Check out the M3 guys. Look at this M5 by the way. This M5. Okay, you guys caught that, right? And this is what we get out of it. Tiny fair value gap did not appear on NQ. Would not have taken it. I genuinely would not have taken it. But it's such a good entry. I'm gonna just show you guys what the lab would. So Kayne would do. The lab Kayne inversion. Come back. So before news, obviously ignore this news. Inversion on the M5. Come back in. Sweep it on the exit of it. He would short with stops there. Target there. So this is the Kayne's model. This is not my model. Lots of good entries though. Not my model. Keep watching my videos and we'll come to see my model even more. So thanks for this is the first trade recap I've ever done on my channel. Thank you guys for watching. This is for documentation purposes only. If you get something out of it, I'll go over the very simple 3-step model. I'll just give you guys a little. So sweep, market structure shift, and return to fair value gap. This has an over 85% run rate, around there. So even with the with SMT, etc., you pair that with volume. I've traded almost everybody. So this is just my strategy. So this is the 3-step strategy. I'll be going over that in another video, but for now, I just wanted to kind of start things off with a trade recap, just in general, just kind of get there.